And welcome back to Robert's Wrestling Talk on YouTube. I am joined for this edition of Robert's Wrestling Talk with Cornbread Chris Heineken.
Hi everyone, and thank you.
Yes. For this segment, we are actually going to talk about WWE and its current releases. Now, I know it's an interesting topic. This was going to be the big story to lead off of Robert's Wrestling Talk, this pilot episode that we have. But with the last SmackDown and the brand split returning to more precedence. But this is still a pretty pressing topic. Here in the last couple of days, we've seen the releases of Cody Rhodes, Eden Styles, his wife Brandy. We've seen Adam Rose be released. So I wanted to kind of get your thoughts, Cornbread, and who do you think is going to be the next guy that WWE is going to release? Because I'm sure this is not the end of releases. They've released, I think, probably 10 or 11 guys so far, and I'm sure there's more to come. Well, so I wanted to get your thoughts of who do you think this next guy, or person, I should say, will be released from WWE?
Well, let's start with number one, the hiring. Before you talk about the releases, let's go to what's really the cause of all this. The hiring of 4 international athletes. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, that being Carl Anderson, of course, my boys, I know him as Bullet Club, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
You gotta say it right, it's Shinsuke Nakamura!
That. But let's talk about what the hiring of those 4 guys. Those 4 guys hiring led to 8, not 4, 8 released. 8. That's a magic number. And this is something that every sports franchise, has. And it's called the CBA, Collective Bargaining Agreement. That means you have to spend more on talent and you have to give up the talent you don't use. Now, in my opinion, it's one of the most dangerous spots to ever be in. But for some talent that don't get used, like the names you just mentioned, I have to say, you know, in the words of Jim Ross, if you have more places to work, then the better off you'll be. But if WWE was the only place to work, we really have a problem.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Well, that poses my question. Who do you think is going to be the next guy on the chopping block? Because I have a name that's just sticking out right in front of me that I think is doomed to be cut immediately the next 9. So who do you think is going to be the next person cut?
I have 4 on my list. The head of that list is Ryback.
Okay.
Ryback's head of that list. Titus O'Neil, the next individual on that list. I got Dolph Ziggler.
Ooh, you're going to make the internet fans mad at you, Cornbread, for saying that one.
Well, guess what? Ziggler, just like Ryback, set his own self up for failure. Both of them. So I got Ryback, and I got Ziggler number 3. But I got Titus at number 2. Ryback, top choice. Who you got?
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. Ryback, I feel, is my top guy. I think is going to be the next release from WWE, just for the simple fact of, you look at what happened with Adam Rose. He gets suspended for a drug violation, a wellness policy violation. He comes out and kind of shoots on the company. Then he has a domestic dispute thing, and now he's been released. Ryback, he basically went to Vince McMahon and say, hey, I'm not being used right, I'm not getting paid right, stuff like that. So I'm going to walk out. Don't use me on TV until we can come to some sort of agreement. With all these releases and the Queen sleeping that's going on, I feel Ryback is just, his head is right there on the chopping block and I'm just waiting for WWE to pull the trigger to chop his head off.
To me, he's trying to be the new CM Punk, trying to get all the attention in the world, but when it comes to delivering time, he ain't there. Point blank, he's not there. Dolph Ziggler set his own self up for failure. After what he did during WrestleMania weekend, which everybody knew in Dallas was going to catch up to him. That's why they really didn't care. They really didn't care for Corbin nor Ziggler. Period. Everybody else may have. But I really got Dolph. He's right up there in my top 3. I honestly strongly think that with this whole Cruiserweight series and all this opening up, yeah, it's open opportunities for all the other companies, but it's closing the door on certain people in the roster. I won't be surprised if the whole reboot of Darren Young, the rebirth of Darren Young,
ends up... make him great again.
Well, I'm afraid that will be cut short. Okay. But I got Ziggler on my... He's number 3, but both of us share the same opinion right back.
Okay, well, thank you for your answer here. That's all the time we have for this segment. Stay tuned, guys, this weekend for more videos from Robert's Wrestling Talk on YouTube. We will see you guys later.